Hello. Is he asking me on a date?
She didn't seem that impressed.
Can you just sort of quickly sketch out some of the central plots and themes?
Sure. The story's set in a world in which people are leaving an overcrowded Earth to emigrate to other planets. And that means leaving their whole lives behind and traveling for more than a century in suspended animation. Our story is about a couple of people for whom that voyage was rudely interrupted, who find themselves awake far too soon, with no way back into sleep, and therefore destined to spend their lives on an extraordinary and luxurious starship.
It's a very character-driven film. They have to go through some very extreme choices, and the movie goes dark, and then it goes up. I mean, it's really is a roller coaster, like emotionally. And shooting it was extraordinarily exhausting for the actors. Usually, they have half a day off or a day off because there's others cast members. But here they were like every day they were in, and every day was exploring big emotions, even if it was falling in love or utter desperation, or it was hatred, or it was a huge challenge, I think, for everybody.
We woke up too soon. 9 years too soon.
This can't be happening. We have to go back to sleep.
We can't.
We love you.
They never met each other before they signed up on this film. So I met him individually, and you have this gut feeling that something will happen when you put these two together. And in many ways, they have to allow themselves to really connect, to really sort of like fall in love with each other at some level when you're doing such an intimate film as Passenger. And you just get this feeling when you meet them that something magical will happen with these two actors. And it did, and they're wonderful together.
Wow.
You clean up pretty good yourself.
You two look fine this evening.
We're on a date.
Very nice.
Took you long enough to ask.
Explain what for you is the big challenge of editing visual effects heavy films like this, and maybe where there's some touchstones that rubbed off on the look of this one.
Every time I approach a big VFX sequence, and this has a lot more than anyone thought it would, it's all about the acting. It's all driven by character. So whatever comes around, I build a scene around it. So yes, there's sometimes a previs, which is a computer-generated what the spaceship would look like in space, but really all the big space and big scenes that are a lot CG are all driven by Jennifer and Chris's and Michael Sheen's performances. And if those don't work, I can't get anything else to work. But and the other approach I always have is like, what can I think up? Like I don't limit my imagination, and I encourage everyone around me not to limit their imagination. So, it's all, we can do this, we can make something new and great here. And I think Passengers has something amazing about it that I've never actually seen in a space film before.